Well, hi, everybody. Good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski on this Wednesday morning where we have a few scattered showers and thunderstorms. Most of the activity has actually been kind of right in here this morning, and it's slowly lifting northeastward. We're going to see some more off and on chances of rain and thunderstorms as the day goes on. Later today, there's even a chance of a little bit of isolated severe weather that we'll have to keep an eye on. Not a great chance, but can't rule it out. We keep the unsettled weather going. Now, a front, which is actually here this morning in southeast Nebraska, will start to lift back to the north here. It's going to be more in this area here later today and just kind of hang out. Again, it's been back and forth in the area the last couple of days. It's still going to kind of hang out tonight and tomorrow. More showers, isolated thunderstorms out there, which will continue into tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, a little bit easier to pick out the front, about right in here, this area here, as I draw that line. Southerly winds ahead of it, northerly winds. And now it's starting to get colder in northwest Nebraska at this point. So we've all been cool or mild depending on which side of the front you're on, but now we're starting to see the really first push of cold air Thursday in northwest Nebraska. It's going to be a cold start, a cold day, and still a chance of rain and thunderstorms out there. South of the boundary, though, we'll actually maybe see some sunshine and warmer temperatures here. The front now, by the end of the day Thursday, is about right here. North of that front, cloudy, drizzly, and we may actually get another little push of moisture. Now, the snow looks to mostly stay north of us in the Dakotas, but we may see northern Nebraska get clipped with a little bit of light snow or a mix. Could be a little bit of rain in the Tri-Cities Thursday night and a Friday morning. I also want to point out now that colder air is pushing south pretty quickly. Look at the winds. The winds are strengthening. It's going to get windy later Thursday night and a Friday morning. We're talking about gusts up around 40 miles per hour. Now, as we get into Friday morning, the moisture moves on out of here. The clouds begin to clear up, so it's actually going to be a fairly sunny day on Friday, but it's going to be windy, especially in the morning, and much colder to wrap up the work week on Friday. But then it gets a lot worse heading into the weekend. The worst winds, though, of the entire 7-day forecast come on Friday. So let's go back to today. This afternoon, early this evening, there is a small chance of severe weather, a marginal risk of severe storms. That's the lowest threat here, 1 out of 5. So a little bit of isolated large hail. Severe wind gusts cannot be ruled out here from about the Tri-Cities eastward and southeastward here. Let's look at temperatures. Like I said, we're not done with the wide range in temperatures the next couple of days due to these fronts still in the area. Still could get to the low 70s today in the southeast, 60s and 50s for the rest of us. Western Nebraska actually getting a little push of warmer air here, but it's not going to last long. Look what comes in tomorrow morning. It's in the 20s and 30s in northwest Nebraska. But the rest of us, look at this, 40s, 50s, and even lower 60s tomorrow morning. And then look at the range and highs on Thursday. From near freezing in northwest Nebraska to the mid-70s in the southeast part of the state. A huge range in temperatures for your Thursday. But all that cold air to our northwest is going to punch its way southeastward. Look at Friday morning. We are starting off in the 20s and 30s, teens in western Nebraska, and it's going to get worse as we head into the weekend. Friday during the day, highs only in the 30s up north. Most of us will see highs in the 40s on Friday. Now, the sun will be out. That's the good news. The sun will come out on Friday, but the winds are going to be strong. But then the clouds return Friday night, and so does the moisture heading into this weekend. Let's jump ahead here. This is Saturday night, or Friday night into Saturday morning here. And there it is. This is Saturday. And this is the European forecast model, which is not as cold as the GFS model. That said, both models are now coming in colder, which is looking like more of a snow event from the Tri-Cities and then north and west. I think it'll be mainly snow now in the Tri-Cities. Southeast, still a little bit of a mix or rain for a time at least here. Let's take you into the day on Sunday, or Saturday, excuse me. This is Saturday morning, mid-morning, late morning to about noon right here. I think this will mostly be snow in the Tri-Cities at this point with mix or rain to the cold rain to the south and east. Saturday afternoon, Husker game, maybe a mix of precipitation. But like I said, this is the warmer of those two forecast models. Then comes mainly snow now, Saturday night into Sunday morning. This is where we get most of our snow, and then it winds down by the afternoon. Should be done, and we're out of here. And it's pretty quiet after that next week, although we're going to stay on the chilly side. Later next week, it does look to warm up a little bit here. GFS model. This is the colder of the two models. We're going to fast forward now to Saturday morning, early morning. This is 3 a.m. Saturday. So we're just starting to see the moisture move in. Here's the day on Saturday. That's Saturday at the end of the afternoon. Husker game's going on. GFS would be all snow. I'm still thinking a mix for the Husker game in Lincoln, but I think it'll be all snow in the Tri-Cities. I will admit that GFS is more aggressive with the snow and heavier with the snow. I'm not on board with this yet. As we get into Saturday night, though, the snow continues but starts to wind down. This one finishes off the system a little quicker, and most of Sunday looks dry but chilly. And then next week we go quiet weather, still kind of chilly until later next week, though. So let's go back to that 7-day forecast now that we've kind of talked about these storm systems. So again, next couple of days, unsettled weather, rain, thunderstorms, still decently mild for this time of the year, pretty close to average, in fact, here as we look at today and tomorrow. Then colder and windy, but sunshine returns Friday, even colder this weekend. And look at this, here comes the moisture. It's snow on Saturday and Saturday night, wrapping up early on Sunday. It's going to stay cold this weekend. It warms up a little bit on Monday with sunshine, but then we get another shot of cold air on Monday or Tuesday, Halloween. Chilly for those trick-or-treaters. And look at the nighttime lows in the 20s and eventually teens, the growing season coming to an end. It does look like as we get past the middle of next week, temperatures start to recover back into the 50s for the first few days of November. Still chilly, but actually by that point, not far off from average for early November here. So we've kind of covered the whole forecast for you. We'll get more details of this upcoming weekend snowstorm, or at least the snow that could be coming right now. I'm thinking the Tri-Cities, 1 to 3 inches, maybe if it overperforms a little bit more than that, but right now I'm thinking 1 to 3 inches. But we'll get a better idea of that in the coming days ahead. But I want to thank you all for watching today. I'll see you all again on Thursday. Until then, take care and God bless. Talk to you later. Bye.